Is this how you is this how you wanted it, sir, or did you want it a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, this is good. So the first one is the Oracle. You have installed it, and were you able to install the?
Sir, I have good news on that. I learned how to do it.
Sorry?
I learned how to access the Ubuntu virtual thing.
Okay, you were able to install Ubuntu there.
Yes, sir, I did it.
That's great. That's great. That's great. And how about
Yet
Windows?
onto that, I was still waiting for Ubuntu to get downloaded inside the virtual box, like properly.
Okay, and I cannot see anything regarding. Okay, so I can see Ubuntu, and you were able to download it. But it's just not you have to download, but you also have to add those steps into like installing Windows.
Oh
Just a
yeah,
minute.
I added only the downloading part where I downloaded the thing. So I'll add the images for the virtual box after I put it inside, sir. I'll add that as well into this.
Yes, so that is something that is pending. Also, you will need to have properly import executable file into
Yes.
PEWare.
Okay, yeah, for PE bed. Okay. Sir, the problem was when I did for VirtualBox was that when I put the file, I
Hmm.
have to open settings. I have to go inside the installation part, the setting part, setup, and then in that there's a disk that you have to put which is empty. In that you have to open the .iso file again. So you have to put ISO file while opening a new one, and then an ISO file again in an empty disk, and then from that it starts the virtual from there. You can download whatever you want. That's what I learned.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the right way. Mhm. That is how like it is expected. For
Yeah.
uh, so for Windows it might be a bit tricky, but for I would say for Ubuntu that's quite easy
Yeah,
to understand and work over it, right? So
sure, sir. For Windows 7, I'll check something out and I'll figure it out myself, sir.
yeah, sure. So we were basically at Linux, right? So let me tell
Yes,
you.
sir. There was another question that I had.
Okay,
So I downloaded Linux, right?
okay.
And with Linux, I also enabled what do you say? This there was an error that was coming. It said where I had WSL2 requirement and where it needed to be updated for its kernel component, where
Okay.
I also upgraded that as well. I
Mhm.
updated that as well on my PowerShell as an admin, restarted my laptop as well.
Okay.
But the error still keeps coming, so I don't know what to do with that.
This is for installing Windows 7,
Linux.
is it?
No,
Yeah.
Linux.
Okay. Do you have an virtualization enabled in your Windows?
Yes, sir, I do. I just enabled everything for Linux through my Windows PowerShell, sir.
No. So for that, like you'll have to download the ISO file and install Ubuntu. Don't go for WSL. Okay. Install Ubuntu in your machine, and then you're supposed to perform everything.
Okay, got it, sir. Then okay, fine.
All right. Okay.
That was the only problem that kept coming for me. So I tried for like 30 minutes or 35 minutes, and it wasn't like happening. So I was like, I'll just ask sir in the next lecture.
Right. So exclude WSL, install Ubuntu, and work
Oh,
in Ubuntu itself.
sure, sir. Sir, I'll just be back in 1 second. Just 1 minute,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir, I'm back.
All right. Okay. So can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, so let's get started with the next one. I did went through your Active Directory vulnerabilities, and that is for your information, right? These are all the Active Directory based security issues that comes up in these usual enterprise application or enterprise network setup, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so about Linux, we did went through all of them. We did not went through all of them, by the way. Let
Not
me.
all, sir, but we went through, I think, like you explained me all, but we didn't check it like personally through this, like through the terminal that you showed on this.
Yeah, yeah. So the first one is bin, which has an essential commands. I believe we were into, I think, etc. So for etc, when we talk about etc slash, we have. Okay. So when we go to etc,
You can see.
this one, okay.
Yes.
So etc is in the root directory. Okay. So the command is pwd, which means your current working directory. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
pwd, when I type pwd, it is usually within home and then the
Hmm.
username. So dl is the username. Okay, and home is the directory for all the users. Okay, so
Got
I'll do
it.
cd slash. Cd means change directory. Okay, cd slash
Change.
change directory.
Oh, change directory. Okay, yeah.
So cd slash, okay, which means that I'll be going back to a lot of to the root directory. Okay, so if
Hmm.
I type pwd, which means current working directory or present working directory. Okay, this is present working directory, which is slash. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is slash. So in this case, slash is root directory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just straight up root directory.
Yeah. So we
Nothing
are
to that.
currently, yeah, we are currently in root directory. And then when we try to list the files, ls means file list. So if
File
we
list.
list the files and folders, directories, okay. ls means list directories and files. So when we list them, there is within root file there is an etc file. Okay, this etc file. You can see this etc file.
Yeah.
This etc file includes host specific system configurations. So it has all the configuration files regarding host. Okay. For now,
Okay.
it's just understand that it has some configuration files. If you want to change something, if you want to tweak something, you need to change the configuration of the file, right?
So you have to change it from etc to something else, or you have to change it in etc.
Within etc, if you with like you'll navigate to etc, so you'll type cd etc. Okay, so you are now within etc.
Ah.
So now
Okay,
when
got it.
you list everything, you'll get to see that you'll get to see something regarding mail. If you want to change some information regarding mail, there is menu, then there is certain profiles, except CE4. This is regarding your GUI, right? If you want to change
Oh,
something in Wireshark, this is application. This is an application. If you want to change something on that part, this is again regarding the resolution. Your X11 means the resolution, right? So
a
if you want
resolution,
to
yeah.
update anything or change anything on your resolution, and you can do that. Webmin is a software. So if you want to update anything on Webmin, you are supposed to navigate to Webmin and then figure out the configuration files, and then you can update them. We have VMware as well. So if you want to update anything regarding VMware, you can update that. This is the local time. So if you want to update your local time, you can change that, right? Then there is this editor. It's a text editor. Then desktop manager. So this is again regarding your interface. Okay, this is regarding your UI UX interface. This is about the virtual box that we are currently using. Then we have the power adapter if you want to update regarding anything about the power adapter. Then we have update manager, software updates if you want to update anything regarding softwares. And this is the firewall, this is the disk. Okay. This is regarding the cache. This is,
Ah, that's your memory stuff, right? Like extra memory,
yeah, it's
the
just
cache.
small memory. It's just a small memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Uh,
the useless data that you need to remove sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to update regarding that, you can use that cache configurations, then LDAP, then there are a lot of things, right? See, there are a lot of things. So if you want to update anything within your system, this is something where uh, it will help. Okay,
Okay,
changing the configuration, tweaking it the way you want. So yeah, so a lot of things. So this is about etc. Okay, this is about etc. Next is we have boot. So boot is a file where whenever you initiate your system, whenever you press the power button, the next thing that happens is it goes to the boot directory, and then it loads certain things into your temporary memory, and then it turns on your system, right? So this is regarding the boot files. Then we have dev, which is device files. So it
device
is,
files.
yeah. So it is about the device files which are within your system. So in your machine, there are multiple devices connected to it. So it is about that. Uh, it yeah, and then we have okay. Then we have etc, which we talked about it. We have home directory. So if you go to you do ls, okay, slash. Yes. So we also have within our root directory, we also have home directory, right? This one.
Home directory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you change directory to home, you can see certain things, which is Bashit 123. This is the user. DL is a user. Faraday is a user. USB IMG is a user, right? So there are these are the users.
Oh, so these are how many users there are for in your in the whole system or device.
Yes, usually
Okay.
these are the directories. So
Okay.
I am logged in as a DL user as DL.
Okay.
So so whenever I log in, I am by default logged in into this directory.
But you can log in into different directories such as the 1231 and Faraday one, right?
Yeah. So if you have access to it, if you have permission to it, only then you can access it. If you don't have
Okay.
permission, you cannot. Okay. So let me change the directory to myself. Okay. And now let's see what else we have. So within my directory, let me show you something. Okay. So I have a lot of things. I have home, I have desktop, I have documents, I have downloads, I have music,
Download.
I have pictures, videos. Okay. So all these things are within this directory. So we have home, we have desktop, right? So
Yeah.
let's see if we have desktop over here. Uh, yeah. So
They
we have
yeah.
desktop, we have documents, we have downloads, right? So we have these files, these directories, right? So which means we are within the home directory. We are within the home directory. Okay, so that's how you and then that is similar to the other things like Faraday and Bhashit 123 will have the similar directories. They will have
Uh
downloads, documents, and all those things,
yeah.
right? Okay, so that was about home. Then we have lib, which is library. So cd lib. So lib again have a lot of direct libraries. These libraries are basically dependencies. So to run a software, there are again small scripts and different softwares, right? So that
Yeah.
so those files and dependency files and small softwares and scripts will be the part of this directory, which is library. Okay. Then we have MNT. MNT means mounted files. So these are those files which are already connected. So this is basically file system. Okay. Uh, File system means the ones that are sort of your current directory or file system. So it is like a structure. Okay. So yeah, it is the collect current files structure. Okay, file system. So there are then different types of file systems. Okay, so like if you want me to share like file system Linux. Okay, yeah. So then there are different types of file systems, right? So we have ext4, we have XFS, we have this, we have JFS. This is called as a journaling file system. Then we have ZFS, then we have NFS, right? So
Yeah.
currently we are ext4.
Okay.
Usually all the file systems are basically ext4. Okay, majorly all of them have it, right? But then there is a different type of file systems such as ZFS, which is known for data integrity and scalability, mostly for securing your data. It is more focused towards your data, right? So all
Yeah.
different types of file systems have different capabilities, right? But usually we Linux have ext4. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's
Most of
about
them.
yeah. So that is about the mounted file system. Then we have OPT. So OPT meaning it has the additional. So if you add some new software or if you add a new script into it, what it'll do is it'll be added into the OPT directory. Okay. So OPT directory has some dependencies, it has some different additional software packages, right? Just a minute, give me a minute.
Sure, sir.
All right. So when we talk about the OPT, there are a lot of file dependencies that will be the part of your software package, right? Any additional package that you add in will be the part of this. Okay. Then we
Okay,
have
so it gets added
Vim.
to the directory.
Yeah. So let me show you. If I go to OPT, it will have different, such as Google Chrome gets added to this, Genymotion, Metasploit framework, Nesys, Open HRMS, right? Then TeamViewer, Zoom. So everything will be the part of this. Okay. So if I go to Zoom, I can see that it has this additional software package into it. Just a minute, Anand, just a minute.
Sure, sir. करेंगे आप ट्यूशन में पापा पापा
All right, yeah, I'm back. So basically, the OPT will have all the additional softwares that you install, right? So you can see that we have Zoom over here. So if you want to run Zoom, what you can do is simply, so the green color that you see, it means that it is
yeah,
executed. Okay. So
that it's executable.
yes, it is executable.
Okay.
Zoom launcher, Zoom web view host, right? So this is executable. If you want to open or if you want to run Zoom, what you can do is slash Zoom. Okay, that's it. And instead of, finding Zoom application, all I can do is simply press enter and it'll, launch Zoom application. So all
Okay,
the executables of the additionally added softwares are also part of OPT.
are also part of OPT. Okay.
Yeah. Then SBIN. So SBIN is system binaries. So binaries
Okay.
means Zoom is also binary. Okay, this is actually binary. So if I type file Zoom, uh, okay, so it says that it is an ELF shared. So this is actually a binary. Uh,
Got it.
okay. So ELF is binary. If you remember, we talked about executable files. There is PE, which is portable executable, and then the format for Linux is ELF.
Yeah, you showed me all the different styles, and then for most of them, it's ELF64.
For PE, it is in Windows, and for ELF, it is for the Linux, right? Uh,
So, for PE Bear said that it's WSL.
WSO? No.
Oh, it's just Windows straight up.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay. There was another task that you have not completed yet is about the file command. Uh, right?
On
So
Ubuntu?
file command,
Yeah, but on Ubuntu, right?
yeah, on the Ubuntu.
Sure, sir. I'll check that. I think I did it, sir. I don't think I took a screenshot though. I'll check it.
So your Ubuntu is installed already?
Yes, sir. It was supposed to be installed. Let me just check VirtualBox. Let me just run and check it, sir.
Yeah.
Start.
No worries. Till your box gets initiated, we can go through this first.
Sure, sir. I'll just let it go.
So yeah. So this is the executable file, but this is the externally added software, right? Within SBIN, you will find the binaries that are already part of it, already part of the operating system. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Then we have SRV, which is data for service from system. So this has the data that are required for services. Now, what do you mean by services? What are services? We talked about it before, none.
1 second, sir. I'm trying to. My thing is not working. Okay. Which one, sir?
So the fourth last is services. Data for service from system. So this directory have all the data that is used for services within your system. Okay. Uh,
Within my system.
what do you mean by services? We,
Services as in like how do you explain, how do I explain? It's like when it provides you data, right?
yeah, not just data, but sort of service.
Yeah, sort of service, but it provides you that.
So it's like having a Bluetooth feature, it is a service, right? Having
Yeah.
a Wi-Fi functionality, it is a feature, it is a service. Running a web server is a service, right? So to provide those services, they also require the data. Now, for the data, they can fetch it from SRV folder. Okay, this SRV folder, right? Then we have the TMP. Okay, so if I TMP, okay, it has again a lot of things over here. So TMP again have all the temporary files. If you remember, on Windows, we have a slash array, percentage temp percentage directory. So the temporary folder has a lot of files which are built like on a temporary basis only, right? So
Yeah.
this TMP directory is similar to that. Okay, then we have USR, so user utilities and applications. So these are basically kind of used for so these are again a software, but they are utility softwares or tools. Okay. Any
Sir,
example can you have? Like, do you have any sort of example for a user utility software or tool?
no, sir.
Okay.
Sir, for I was asking for Ubuntu. The thing
Yeah.
is here, there's a. Can I share my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What am I supposed to do with this one now? Should I do install Ubuntu alongside, or instead of your current operating system? This shouldn't take too long. Or you can try Ubuntu without making any changes to your computer. Which one?
Just a minute. Okay. So like, don't go through it right now because we are in between completing what is required for now.
Okay.
Okay, you can do this later on. And again, this is something that you're supposed to uh, try it out by yourself. If you are facing any kind of issue, this is within the virtual machine, right? You're doing this in virtual machine.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the virtual machine.
So if you're making any sort of mistake, it's all right. Okay. If you feel
Okay.
that you did some sort of a mistake, it's okay. Don't try it on your system because that will cause some sort of a data loss. There are possibilities. But if you're doing this in your virtual machine, even if you make any sort of mistake, that's all right. We can figure that out later on, uh, and we can fix it. Okay.
Sure, sir. No
All right.
problem.
Okay. Okay. Then we have user utilities. So what do you mean by user utilities? So the utilities are such as clock or calculator or small games. You know, initially we had computers where paint was also a small draw utility kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So all those applications, small tools, and all those things are part of slash USR. Okay.
Dash USR.
CD USR. And if we see, it has games, it has binary files, different, it has share folder. Let's go to maybe games and see what all games it has. So it has a lot of games, uh, many games, right?
Oh, it's mini games. So there's
Yeah.
these many mini games in the laptop?
Sorry.
There's these many mini games?
Yeah, there are these mini games. Maybe like we
That's a
can try
lot.
it out and see because even like I have never saw either of them. So what I did, see, so what I did is this is a game, right? What I did is since it is green, it means it is a
It's executable.
exactly. So to run that file, all you need to do is to dot slash and the file name. So it is like some sort of game it is, right? You need to understand what it is about. Uh,
I think you have to do all black or all white. Any one of those, probably.
okay, I'm not aware about them. Maybe
And
this,
I don't know those games. I've never seen them in my life.
yeah, it's sort of bridges and all those things. I'm not sure. See, I'm not sure what it is.
You did something, sir.
Sorry.
I think you have to drag it. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
what is Gal?
so yeah, it has these games, and apart from that, it has some binaries as well. So if I go to binaries, I'll get to see. Um, Even Zoom is part of it, and then
I think
uh,
it went down.
sorry.
I think Zoom went down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These
So,
are
sir,
different.
what about all the blue ones? What do the blue ones do?
I'm
The
not sure.
green ones are executable. Then what about the blue ones?
Let me check what are those files. So they are symlink. This is called as symlink. Okay,
Uh
these again executable, but not exactly. They are reference of an executable. Okay, symlink means they are similar to shortcuts. Okay, you have shortcuts on your desktop, right?
ah, yeah, 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 yeah.
So these symlinks are similar to shortcuts. Okay, probably this should have calculator. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. So I cannot, go beyond this now. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, then we have proc. PROC. Okay. So anything and everything you do on Linux is file based. Okay. Even if you're running a small software or if you're running Zoom, it is one of the heavy softwares, right? It requires a lot of RAM, right? But
Yeah.
anything that you're doing on Linux is either file or folder, even if it is a huge um, application. So when you run a software, there is a process that gets initiated to run that software, right? So for each software, there can be one or multiple processes that helps the software to run smoothly, right? So when we talk about processes, there can be multiple process. Okay. So let's search about the process. Okay. So process PSAUX and I'll grab Zoom. Okay. So what I did, can you see this?
Yeah.
It's a command. Okay. Let me zoom this. Let me zoom for Zoom. Okay. So PXAUX grab Zoom. So PXAUX is listing out the processes and then grab Zoom. So listing out processes and then filtering it with Zoom. Okay. So
Okay.
if I normally provide PSAUX and press enter, it will list out a lot of processes. But I don't want a lot of processes. I want the
You want to
processes
limit it to just Zoom.
Zoom. Yes. So when I provide Zoom here, okay, it'll filter it. Now, as we can see, there is these processes. We have Zoom, this is running web host, and then this is also running, right? So this is the process that is running since 41 minutes. Okay, it's been 41 minutes, and we are
Okay.
running this. So this is the process ID 14016.
Okay.
This is the process ID. Okay, 14016. I'll just copy this. Okay. And
Yeah.
now I am within the proc. Okay. LS. Now then there are lot of processes. And then can you see this 14016?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to get into this 14016. Okay, we are within this. So now this is the entire process. Okay, we are within this process. If I turn off Zoom, okay, if I turn off Zoom, this process will go away. Okay, instead of that,
Okay.
I also have Slack running right now. So I'll run Slack and then the Slack says, just a minute, yeah, there you go. So my Slack is running for this much minute. Okay, this is my Slack,
Just
and
a
it has
second.
the yeah, and it has this process ID which is 14678. Okay, 146
Six,
one four
seven, eight. Sure, below. Two below. 14678.
one four
Yep.
six seven eight. Okay, so this is the process 14678. Now what
Mm.
I do is I'll try to close this 14678. Copy sudo kill 14678. Okay, right. Now let's try to again find Slack. Okay, and there's nothing over here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
And then let me ls. Okay, ls. Can you find 14678?
14678. No, sir, it's not there.
146. Okay, that's nothing over here.
Yeah.
146, there's no 78, right? So,
Yeah,
so this is the process. What I did is I killed the process. I killed the process. So now my Zoom is not running anymore. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Instead of clicking on this cross button, what I did is I killed the process. Okay. And then the current process that we are in is 14610. This is the process for Zoom, right?
yeah.
1461140.
No, sir, it's 14016.
Yes. So we'll get into this, and as you can see, this is everything that is associated with Zoom right now. Currently, my Zoom is running, and it has information about everything that Zoom is running on, right?
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So that's how the process works. So every process that is running within your Linux system is associated with the process, and then process has all these details, right? It has all these details. Okay, so that's how the process works.
yeah.
So yeah, it is about the process. We'll quickly go through all the commands. Do you know what does ls do?
LS was yeah, we just discussed this, sir.
Yes. So what is ls?
It's the one that finds all the lists. It's the list service thing, right? List one. The lists.
Yes. Then
Yes.
pwd.
PWD was your wait. Uh PWD was basically your, it wasn't password. It was it was for your file datas or something like that.
Yeah.
It's for
So
your it's like your directory thingy. It's like your
directory thingy.
no, sir, it's for your displaying
So it is like
directory.
present working directory.
Ah, yes.
Okay,
PWD
MV.
working
Do
directory.
you know what is MV?
Did we do MB, sir?
MV means move file from one to
Files.
another place, from single
Ah,
location to another location. Okay, which is called
yeah.
as from source to destination. And then we have CP. CP meaning
If MV is moving files, CP would mean copying, maybe?
exactly. Yes, very true. Then we have nano. What is nano?
I don't think we did nano, sir. Or did
Yes. So nano is a text editor. It's a
ah.
file editor,
So I have one question, sir. So if
right?
you've already put if you've put like a code down or like a command and then you want to change something inside the file, then you'd use nano or
yeah, yeah. So
ah
I'll tell you something. I'll show you this. So nano url.txt. So this is how nano looks like. So if I want to add it and update anything on my account, right, I can do that. And then with command itself, I'll type control X and it says save modified buffer. I'll say yes, yes, and enter. I'm done. I'm done with my changes. Okay. So, and if I want to, let's say, nano test.txt, hey, this is okay. I'll save it and then I'll use cat test.txt. Okay. And I
what
can see
does do?
this. Sorry.
Oh, cat just displays the thing that you
Yes.
did.
Yes. Yes. So cat displays the content of it. Okay. We have
Okay.
file.txt. Let's see what file.txt has. It has hey again. Okay. So I'll clear this up and I'll save the file. And now let's cat file. dot txt, and it has nothing in it. Okay, let's try to
Because you
the
removed
file.
it.
Yeah, I removed it txt and it has nothing in it. Okay. Now I want to delete this file, so I'll rmrf file dot txt. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
do rmrf file dot txt. We can see file dot txt over here. Okay, enter.
And now it'll be gone if you put anything over
It's no
there.
variable here,
Yeah. There's
right?
only file new. There's no normal file.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have nano, then we have sudo. Do you remember what we did when we used sudo? There was something regarding
Yeah, it
sudo,
was for running the command.
not running the command, but running the command as a root user or an administrator user,
Oh.
right? So if you want to run something as an administrator, anything
So it
you
gives you
have to,
privilege.
yeah, anything you can write sudo mv or maybe sudo nano file.txt, right? So it will be like a privileged as an admin.
Yeah, got it, got it. So you'd be not as a normal user, but you'd be editing it as the highest level
Yes,
person.
exactly. Yeah. Then we have echo. So I'll type echo. Hey Nand. Okay, so it'll echo it out again,
Oh.
right? But if I'll type like this file.txt, it won't echo it back to us. But what it will do is it will redirect. This is the redirect symbol.
And
Okay.
then you have to do that thing. What was
Which
that
thing?
command say? The cat command.
Exactly. So what I'll do is cat file.txt, right?
Yeah,
And
and
then
now
we edit content.
yes.
And now if I want to edit this, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to do nano
Yeah.
file.txt. Yeah. And now you can
Yes.
edit it.
So I
And then
have
you
nano and I'll say that this was an MP file. However, uh, we
if
just
you were
made some changes. Okay. I saved
yeah,
it and now I'll cat file.txt and I can see this,
yes,
right? So that's how the cat commands and nano command works. Then that is how echo works. Okay. So
yeah.
now let's try this out. Echo, uh, I made some changes. Okay. And then it is file.txt. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think what will have? What will be the content of the file.txt?
It's gonna be hey none, and then we made this thing was empty,
Correct, correct, correct,
so
correct.
we made changes, and then I made some changes.
Okay, let's check this out then. File.txt.
Oh, it just displayed the one that was latest.
Yes. Okay. Uh,
Why?
Now let's check this out. Hey, um, mm, I am updating this again. Uh, any ideas? Okay. So what I'll do now here is file.txt. Now what do you
Oh,
think?
you added two of those read things.
Okay.
So that means now it goes at the bottom.
File.txt.
Yes.
There you
Now
go.
it's in
You're smart,
continuation when
man.
you put.
You're
Sorry, sir.
smart. You're smart.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So this is the redirection. Okay. With couple of redirections, it will add at the bottom. With the single, it will override it.
Got it.
Okay. So that's how the echo works. Echo and then the redirection file. Okay.
The redirection and
Yeah.
cat.
Then we have cat, which is fine. Then we have flags and arguments. Okay. Flags meaning sometimes what happens is we need to add certain parameters to to commands. Okay. So let's say we want to explore more about the cat command. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll provide cat hyphen h. So okay, so I'll provide cat hyphen help. Okay, so this hyphen help this is called as flag. Okay, this is called as flag.
Okay.
Okay, okay, and then we have arguments as well. So sometimes certain things requires our input. Okay, so it is like hyphen b number non-blank. Okay, number non-empty outputs. Okay, which is like n. Okay, equal to in display. Okay, number of all output files. So it has squeeze blank. Okay, control s. So let's try it out something like squeeze black. Okay, hyphen s and then file dot txt. Okay, so it has nothing in it. Let's try to
Change something.
provide some uh, okay. Now let's try this out. Okay. It is supposed to squeeze the blank, suppress the empty outline files. Like it is supposed to squeeze the output.
Try writing double S. Yeah, like that.
Blank. Okay. But it is still considering it like this. Okay. I'm not sure why it should work, but this is the thing that I want to show that these are called as Uh, this is called as flag. Okay, what you are providing here is called as flag. We have n as well, number all output lines. Okay, so what I'll say, I'll provide n over here, and let's try it out. Okay, okay, n. So it is providing it with numbers. So it is number one, number two, number three, number four, like that. Okay.
Ah, yeah, got it.
Show non-pretending, show tabs, display tab character. Okay.
Oh,
Show.
sure. Suppress repeated empty output lines, as in like if you have two extra enters, then I think it would suppress that. So you see, you
Uh,
have only one enter over there. If you
okay.
put too
So they
many
want me
enters,
to let me add more blanks to it.
yeah, now
Okay.
maybe try.
Let's try this out. Okay.
Yeah,
So
there you go, sir.
this worked, right? Uh, okay. So with normal cat, it shows with multiple of them. But if we
Yeah,
provide with control S,
dash S.
it suppresses all the rest of the empty things, right?
Yes,
So yeah, good catch, Nand there. So this is all called as flags. Okay, this is called as flags. But
flags.
sometimes, yeah, but sometimes what we need is we want to only see the let's say let's see the numbers over here. Let's try to only see or get the 10th number. So what I'll do is I'll provide 10 over here. Okay. No such file or directory. Says one. Okay.
Maybe we can put dash n is equal to 10.
Like this? No.
No, is equal to.
No, equal to might not work. Instead of equal to, we'll need to write everything like this. So if I'll provide, then we can write. So this is not allowed, doesn't allow an argument. So this is called as an argument. Okay. So when we
Ah,
provide n and then 10, okay, when we provide hyphen n 10, this is a single thing that is considered. Okay.
okay.
This is called as argument. Okay. This is called as argument and this is called as flag.
Fla-
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are quite few things that will require, such as, let me give you an example. Let's say we need less. Okay. Less hyphen hyphen hit. Okay. So for less, we have forward, backward, one window. Okay. Not this one. Column bottom for the bottom. Okay. This is for searching. This is jumping to find the brackets. Okay. Change file, miscellaneous options, search. Okay. Jump target is equal to n. So n is equal to number is what I believe. Buffer n. Okay. N
I
is
think N was displayed up above what N meant.
okay. Repeat. Okay. Okay. So let's try to uh where was that? In line editing, that was J, jump target. So hyphen J and then N. Okay, so let's try it out. Just okay. So hyphen J, and we want to go to number 10, which is for the file.txt. Okay, okay, it did not show up. All right. Okay, it did not show up. So basically, there are ways where we can simply provide. So this basically is called as argument. That's it. That's all I wanted to share. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah. There will be tools that will show you that will require arguments and flags both. Okay. All right. Okay, so next we'll go through it later on. So for now, that is it. Okay,
okay, sir.
and there are still certain pending items, so you'll have to go through them and complete the document. Okay,
Sure, sir.
all right then, Nan. If you have any questions, you can put that up in the group,
The group?
and we can address that. But before next when we meet on Monday, I want
Yeah,
the updated document. All right.
sure, sir.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Nanda. Bye. Have a
Bye.
good day.